Someone Like Karl, written by Ruby Van Rooyen, illustrated by Jess Wright and Ruby Van Rooyen. In the heart of the forest, under the shade of the Cody and ferns, lives a young Kiwi named Karl. Karl loves to spend his days wandering through the woods, sniffing out the most interesting rocks to add to his collection. Shiny ones, smooth ones, flat ones, rough ones. Karl loves them all. He shows the best ones to his big brother Kahu, balancing them on his beak proudly. Today, Karl's house is a frantic flurry of wings and feathers. It's Karl's first day of school, and he can't wait to show his new classmates his special rocks. As Karl walks towards Cody Primary, he feels a sudden strange feeling in his tummy, like pururi moths having a party. But as he walks closer and hears the excited chatter of the students, the pururi moths go to sleep and he feels better. Good morning, class. I'd like to welcome a new student to our school. Karl, I'm sure you'll be very nice to him, says Ms. Pukeko. The class whispers enthusiastically. Hush now, she says. Time for the adventures of Hector the dolphin. Ms. Pukeko starts to read. Out of the corner of his eye, Karl sees a butterfly perched on the windowsill. Curious, he gets up from the mat to get a closer look. Karl, when we're on the mat, we sit down with our eyes on the teacher, Ms. Pukeko says kindly. Karl feels his face get hot. I'm sorry, Ms. Pukeko. He gets back down, sitting even straighter this time. But soon Karl's legs begin to tap. He can't resist fiddling with his feathers. He imagines what it would be like to be that butterfly, flying between the treetops with no care in the world. At morning tea, Karl decides that it's time to make some friends. Hello, my name is Karl. What's yours? It's my first day here. Hey, Karl, I'm Sam. Nice to meet you. Oh, want to see my rock collection? Your rocks? Okay, what do they do? Well, nothing. They're very interesting, and they're all different. See, this one has glittery bits. This one is shaped like a kaka's beak. This one has lots of little lines on it. Did you know that's from heaps of mini rocks that make one big rock? Takes a long time. I don't think I could ever wait that long. It's called sediment. Karl pauses, noticing that Sam's eyes are beginning to glaze over. Never mind, he whispers to himself. Surely someone will be interested in my rocks. At home, Karl is determined to get all of his homework done and please Miss Pukeko. Karl stares at the pages. Reading the homework is nothing like reading his rock books. The words in his books make sense, but the words in his homework wriggle around like hoo-hoo grubs in his head. Suddenly, Karl remembers that he has some new decorations for his room. This is a lot more fun than his homework. Karl has so much fun that he completely forgets about this work. Instead, he sings a song, builds a tower, draws a butterfly, and before he knows it, it's time for bed. At school, the classroom is bustling with talk about the homework. It was so easy except for number 3. What did you get for number 3, Karl? 7? What? We got 94. Karl tries very hard to concentrate. He sits on the mat with his legs and wings crossed and his eyes firmly on Ms. Pukeko. Karl can hear the wind whooshing outside. There is a little bug crawling on the wall. In the corner of his eye, he sees Freya the fantail scratch her beak. Karl can smell the flowers outside. The pollen makes his beak itch a little. He wonders if it makes the butterfly's feet itch too. Karl, eyes on me. Have you heard a single word I've said? Says Miss Pukeko. Yes, Miss Pukeko. Oh, no, I haven't. I'm sorry, Miss Pukeko. Karl's feathers droop. He gets up and runs out the door, not looking behind him until he reaches the tall Cody tree. What's wrong, little Kiwi? Karl wipes his eyes and looks to see an old tuatara with a kind smile. My name's Tilly. You can talk to me if you like. Karl sniffles. Oh, I think I'm not very good. Kiwi, I'm always getting distracted in class. Mrs. Pukeko says, Karl, eyes on me, but I can't seem to listen. I fidget and jump up and down and daydream and forget things and annoy everyone. I don't mean to, even when I'm at home. I try to do my homework, but my brain is a muddle, so my homework is a muddle too. All of the other animals make it look so easy, but it's not. I wish I was as clever as them. Oh, Karl, I know how you feel. When I was a young tuatara, I acted the same way you do, and I still do. There's nothing wrong with us. Really? I thought I was the only one. You're not alone. There are lots of animals just like you. They can be especially creative, resilient, and kind. Struggling with focus doesn't mean you're not clever. In fact, it can be the opposite. It means your brain has space for lots of different thoughts, and sometimes they all turn up at once, she says. I guess I'm quite good at remembering all the names of my special rocks, Karl says, feeling a little spark of happiness. See, you're a very clever Kiwi. Really? Karl's eyes widen. You think so? Of course, you need to remember that. Tilly smiles softly. Karl smiles back, feeling much less alone. Little by little, Karl's confidence grows, and little by little, Karl starts to understand that he is, in fact, a very good Kiwi indeed. One night, Karl shows Tilly his rock collection. They're beautiful, Karl, says Tilly. Now, wouldn't it be boring if they were all the same? There are some activities in the back of this book that you might like to do at home or in class with your teacher. Please enjoy.